Leo, when we think of you, we think of splendor, of a loyalty so fierce it becomes a fortress for those you love, a pride that isn't just simple vanity, but the engine of your incredible bravery. But let's be brutally honest. No light shines so brightly that it doesn't cast a shadow. And the shadow of the Sun King is vast. It's the part of you that knows power is a constant battle, the part that is always ready to protect its throne with claws and teeth. So this is the question we're exploring today. What happens when that magnificent Leo leadership, that divine right to rule, turns dark? What happens when the king becomes a tyrant? Why are we going there? I'm Anya Sage, a psychological astrologer. My work isn't about handing out cosmic compliments. It's about giving you the complete strategic blueprint to your own power, the light, the shadow, and the genius that comes from mastering both. And that's exactly what we're doing. So if you're a Leo, does this already feel familiar? If you know one, what's your story? Drop it in the comments below. It's a potent fusion of marked vanity, a naturally authoritarian attitude, and a profound, unshakable belief in their own correctness. To understand a Leo, you must first understand their diet. They don't just run on food and water. They run on admiration. Compliments, praise, and public displays of affection aren't just pleasantries. The source material is brutally direct here. It's their emotional food. Without a steady supply, they begin to starve. This constant need for fuel inflates the ego, not just to a healthy size, but to monumental proportions. It's the foundation of the throne they sit upon. And they have the ultimate justification for this worldview. In their mind, it's simple logic. They are the king or queen of the Zodiac. It's a title they don't take lightly. It's a core part of their identity. And if you are royalty, then your perspective isn't just an opinion, it's the decree. Your taste isn't just a preference, it's the standard. The direct consequence, the text states, in your. And then there's Alex, the Leo project lead. He stands, not sits, pacing with a magnetic energy. He unveils his vision, a grand revolutionary concept. He's captivating, painting a picture of industry disruption and wild success. Then Sarah, a sharp analyst, quietly interjects. Alex, the data suggests the user base for this feature doesn't really exist. The retention numbers will be a problem. The room tenses. A valid, data-backed concern. But Alex doesn't hear a concern. He hears a challenge. He hears a peasant questioning the king's decree. He smiles, a warm, disarming smile. Sarah, I appreciate you looking at the numbers, but we can't get bogged down in the now. This is about creating the next. We have to see beyond the current data. He doesn't refute her point. He reframes it as a lack of vision. He steamrolls her logic with sheer charisma. The team, swept up in his confidence, nods in agreement. His vision is too compelling to question. Fast forward 6 months. The app fails. The primary reason? Horrible user retention, exactly as Sarah predicted. In the post-mortem meeting, all eyes are on Alex. This is the moment for accountability. But a king does not abdicate. Alex stands again, his expression grave but resolute. The core vision was, and is, revolutionary, he begins. Unfortunately, the back-end execution wasn't robust enough to deliver the seamless experience it demanded. Our technical infrastructure failed the concept. Notice the language. Not, my concept was flawed. It's, the infrastructure failed the concept. He has masterfully reframed a strategic failure on his part as an operational failure on the team's. He remains the infallible visionary, let down by a world that couldn't keep up. He walks away with his crown intact, leaving others to clean up the wreckage. So what's really going on here? Is this just pure, uncut arrogance? No, it's more strategic than that. This is a defense mechanism. The God complex is a fortress built to defend the Leo ego from one single, terrifying enemy, the fear of being ordinary. For a Leo, a life without significance, without a legacy, without a starring role, is a kind of psychological death. That massive ego is paradoxically fragile. It requires constant validate. And one of the king's most potent, most dazzling, and most exhausting strategies for protecting that kingdom, it's not building walls. It's staging a magnificent, non-stop, epic play. This brings us to the second dark trait of the Leo psyche, the drama engine. Understand this with absolute clarity. For a Leo, drama is not a side effect of a passionate life. It is a fundamental necessity. A life without it is simply bland, purposeless, and a direct contradiction to their core identity. They are not merely living their life, they are directing it. Every day is a new scene, every interaction a potential for rising action, and they are constantly hunting for the climax. Those calm, quiet, uneventful moments, they end up on the cutting room floor of their mental movie. Why? Because a boring movie proves the director is insignificant, and significance, as we've established, is everything. Let's make this real. Imagine you say to your Leo friend, "Hey, for your birthday next month, how about we just have a..." To them, this translates to "let's celebrate your existence with the least amount of effort and impact possible." No, the director takes over. Within hours, the quiet dinner has become an evening of Tuscan splendor. There's a specific restaurant, not for the food, but for the ambiance. There's a non-negotiable dress code. Let's call it Midnight in Florence. The guest list isn't just friends. It's been cast for optimal energy and potential for dynamic conversation. You are no longer attending a birthday. You are an extra in their annual blockbuster. And then the inevitable happens. A crisis. The cake arrives, and it's the wrong one. A vanilla sponge instead of the decadent triple chocolate volcano they had described in poetic detail. For anyone else, this is a minor annoyance. For the Leo director, this is the pivotal plot twist in Act 2. They won't just sigh and accept it. They will perform. There will be a dramatic gasp, a hand to the forehead, a pronouncement. This is a disaster. But they might even heroically dash out themselves, returning an hour later, breathless, holding a new perfect cake aloft, like a trophy. During the toast, later that night, the story of the cake catastrophe will be recounted as a heroic battle against incompetence, a testament to their unwavering commitment to excellence. The party will be memorable. It will be a great story. But as you drive home, the other guests might confess, "That was a lot. I'm exhausted." This is the core of the drama engine. It makes life feel important. It transforms mundane problems into epic quests. It ensures the Leo remains the undisputed protagonist. Now apply that same mechanism to a workplace disagreement, a romantic conflict, or a perceived betrayal. The stakes escalate instantly. A minor critique isn't feedback, it's an act of treason. A breakup isn't just sad, it's a heart-wrenching, third act tragedy worthy of an opera. And when a Leo feels truly betrayed, they are, as the ancient texts warn, capable of unleash. It pulls people out of their apathy, it fights against mediocrity, and it can turn a boring Tuesday into an adventure. But on the other hand, it's a constant drain. It feeds on energy, it manufactures chaos, and it denies the simple, restorative power of peace. To a Leo, a partner saying, "I just want a calm, stable life," can sound like, "I want to be boring." And that, to the king of the Zodiac, is a threat far greater than any enemy at the gates. It's a threat to the very script of their life. And when the king perceives a threat to his script, what is his first, most primal instinct? Control. Absolute, uncompromising control. This brings us to the third and perhaps most corrosive of Leo's shadow traits. It's where their magnificent, sun-drenched leadership curdles into something far more stifling. We call this archetype the Benevolent Tyrant. Understand this crucial paradox. The Benevolent Tyrant does not believe they are a tyrant. They believe they are a savior. In their mind, they are not controlling. They are guiding. They aren't micromanaging. They are optimizing. They look at the lives of their loved ones and see inefficiency, missed opportunities, and poor strategies. And they, with their grand vision and superior intellect, feel a genuine, heartfelt obligation to step in and fix it. Their dominant nature turns into tyranny, but it's a tyranny cloaked in the language of love and help. And that's what makes it so insidious. Their lack of tact in this mode can be devastating, because how can you argue with someone who insists they are only trying to do what's best for you? You see this play out across every kingdom they rule. Let's start with their romantic relationships. Imagine this scene. Leo's partner comes home glowing with pride. They've just spent a week perfecting their resume for a dream job. They hand it to Leo, looking for validation. Leo scans it, a small, knowing smile playing on their lips. This is a good start, they say, and the partner's heart sinks. The next morning, a new email is in the partner's inbox. The subject, Resume 2.0 Optimized. Inside is a completely rewritten document and a bulleted list of reasons why this new version is strategy. The pride they felt is gone, replaced by a quiet, suffocating feeling of incompetence. Now, let's move to the family. The Benevolent Tyrant as a parent is a force of nature. They are often overly critical and demanding, not out of cruelty, but out of a desperate need for their children to be a testament to their own success. Picture the child's bedroom. On the wall isn't a band poster, but a laminated, color-coded weekly schedule. 4 p.m., Mandarin drills. 5 p.m., advanced math tutoring. 6 p.m., strategic recreational period. Every hour is an investment in a future of excellence. The Leo parent genuinely believes this rigid structure is the ultimate act of love, a guarantee of a successful life. But the child lives in a gilded cage, their own passions and pace steamrolled by a parent's relentless ambition. There is no room for error, no space for lazy afternoons, because in the tyrant's kingdom, idleness is a gateway to mediocrity. Finally, the friend group. A group chat buzzes with excitement about a pote. It details flights, transfers, a pre-vetted hotel, and a full schedule of activities. The message ends with, "I went ahead and booked it to get the best rate. Everyone's share is $1,200. My Venmo is..." The buzz in the chat dies instantly. What was supposed to be a collaborative adventure has become a mandatory tour, orchestrated by one person. In the workplace, this trait makes them a competitive and at times, ruthless leader. In friendship, it's just as fatal. It tells everyone else that their input is irrelevant, their desires secondary to the tyrant's perfect plan. But what happens when the kingdom rebels? What happens when the partner says, "Thanks, but I'm using my own resume"? Or when the child begs to quit Mandarin? Or the friends push back on the rigid itinerary? This is when the benevolent mask slips. A challenge to their plan is not a difference of opinion. It is an act of treason. It's a direct assault on their competence, their authority, and their very identity as the one who can nay. They will argue until you are exhausted, until you concede, not because you agree, but because fighting the king is simply too draining. They must win, because in their world, their control is the only thing standing between order and chaos, between greatness and the pathetic wasteland of mediocrity. But what if the greatest victory isn't winning the argument, but conquering the need to fight it in the first place? What if the ultimate power isn't bending the world to your will, but mastering the world within yourself? After exploring the kingdom's shadows, it's easy to feel that the lion is doomed to be a tyrant. But that is a profound misunderstanding. These dark traits are not your destiny. They are the untamed, raw fuel of your brilliance. The task is not to extinguish the fire, but to learn how to command it. This is the path from being a mere ruler to becoming a true sovereign. Here is your strategic plan. First, practice strategic humility. Humility is not weakness, it is accuracy. A king who, your only job is to listen, absorb the data and say, "Thank you for that." You're not admitting defeat. You're gathering priceless intel for your own improvement. Second, develop tactical empathy. Empathy is the most potent tool of influence you can possess. It's the ability to see the board from your opponent's or partner's perspective. Your homework is to use this in your next disagreement. Before you state your case, you must first articulate the other person's position back to them, accurately and without judgment. So, if I'm understanding you correctly, you feel that it's a pattern interrupt that disarms conflict and shows you're not just a combatant, but a commander who understands the entire field. Third, reframe mistakes as data. The belief in your own infallibility is a strategic liability. It makes you brittle. A true leader doesn't fear mistakes. They leverage them. Your new protocol. At the end of each day, identify one small thing you got wrong. Just one. Then, state the lesson learned. Not. But true power understands timing. A king doesn't pull on the crops to make them grow faster. Patience is not passivity. It is a display of ultimate confidence. Your homework is to deliberately choose one small, slow path this week. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Listen to a full album without skipping a track. Let a conversation have a natural pause without needing to fill it. Practice the art of strategic waiting. This isn't about becoming smaller. It's about becoming bigger. It's about building an inner throne so secure, so centered, that you no longer need the world's constant applause to validate your power. You simply own it. And that is the ultimate paradox of Leo. Your magnificent capacity for leadership, your solar brilliance, is a double-edged sword. On one side, you have the power to inspire, to create, to lead with courage and a huge heart. On the other, the shadow of that same power, the ego, the drama, the need for control, can create a tyrant. The journey we've taken today isn't about. You cease to be a ruler who is nearly feared and become a leader who is truly, deeply respected and loved. If this deep dive resonated with you, show some love and like this video. Be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you never miss a sign. And for your next journey into the archetypes, check out the video on screen now for a look at the hidden side of Scorpio. I'm Anya Sage. See you next time.